Hello, all my inspirational tea sippers. This is Shantae and I'm coming back to you guys with another video. This is going to be Candid Corners. This is going to be where I pick a place in my home, a corner, and just kind of get really candid with you guys. Let you guys know what's going on, how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, what's new in my life, what's happening, and all of that. So I really appreciate you guys. I pray that you guys are well, doing amazing, feeling, good, holding on to hope and faith, and just getting through life the best way you know how. You know what I mean? Like, I really hope that, because life can be tough, and we just have to each and every one of us have to bear our own cross. You know what I'm saying? And I just pray that you guys are, just pressing forward, and doing the best that you can. So, Candid Corners! Finally, I got some time away from the kids. They are with their dad. They've been with me 98% of the time since we left. So you guys know that you guys know that my husband and I are separated of 10 years. Like, separated of 10 years. I moved out. This is the second time, like I said, I moved out within the time that we've been married, for the same things, the same reasons. And you guys, there are just some things that I am no longer willing to accept in a relationship and or marriage. Like, I can't do it. My kids deserve better. I deserve better. And I just feel like what we would have to do, there is a lot of work that needs to be done. But I feel like, the hurt and everything, and the pride and the immaturity on both ends keeps us from, doing maybe what needs to be done. But at the same time, if one person wants to stay stagnant and doesn't want to grow and, doesn't really want to do the work that is required to have a healthy marriage and a healthy relationship, it's really not going to go anywhere. You know what I mean? And you're really going to be wasting your time. And I feel like 10 years in, I feel like 11 years total, 10 years marriage. I don't feel like I wasted my time, but I feel like you should have got out a long time ago if this is where, it was going, or if this is where it's been for so many years. You know what I mean? Like, my husband believes that he is a provider, and he believes that he is a provider only. So he would just work and sleep, and I was a stay-at-home mom. I didn't have to worry about bills and all that stuff. He took care of everything financially, 100% A1. I can't say anything about him being a provider. But for me, that's kind of where it stopped. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at this point, there's so much more that I need as far as communication and my emotional health, and, a companion and a spiritual head, and just, just to enjoy someone and to laugh with someone, and, to be that person's number one desire. I mean, there's just so many things that I crave and that I know that I want. And there are so many things that I want to do as a wife and as a woman and as a nurturer. I'm a caregiver, you know what I mean? So I serve every day, and that's what gives me joy and hope. So I want to serve my husband. I want to serve my significant other, but, that became hard to do with the schedule that, just working and sleeping. I felt left out. I felt abandoned. I felt mistreated. I felt unwanted. I felt, all of those things. And I think that's what was the buildup for me moving out. Like, I cannot do this anymore. And when I would express some things, or just want to talk, and just want to be, how we are, we want to touch bases where we are, and where would you like to be in the next 5 years? Where do you see this marriage going? What are some things you would like to see, as far as us moving forward? Like, that's me. And that's how I was. And I think that became an irritant to him. Like, men don't talk. He felt like men don't talk. Men aren't, they don't discuss their feelings and emotions and all that. And I'm just like, that's baloney. You know what I mean? That's baloney. Like, you have to do things in a marriage that you don't want to do. We both have to give and take. And as far as 50-50 and the 80-20 rule, like, I don't believe in any of that. I feel like you give 100, I give 100. I'm not going with this worldly ways, what everybody is supposed to be saying or doing 80% of what you want to. No, we're gonna give 100, and we're gonna give 100. And I hate to say this, but I can see why now people end up killing each other and stabbing your significant other, and because you playing and you cheating and you got a whole nother life. And I'm not saying that that's the reason to do anything. I'm not saying that it's okay, but I also do understand that y'all out here playing. Like, there are people really out here playing, like not taking it serious, not willing to do the work, not willing to give it 100 when you're saying that you are. And I can really understand how people are out here getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going through it. I'm dealing with the kids. One of my kids started peeing on themselves, and TJ, he just wilding out at school. Teachers are asking me, like, what's going on with TJ? He's inconsolable. He's crying. He's whining. He's not being himself. And I'm like, look, this is what's going on at home. This is what we're going through, and especially my younger daughter. She's like, you're mean. No one can talk to you. Because here I am. I'm the disciplinary, trying to spread my love between them. I am, cooking. I'm cleaning. I'm doing laundry. And it's like a complete cycle every single time. So with them not going to their dads like that, and him not being there and picking them up and emotionally having them and spending time with them, they're with me 98% of the time. So I see myself operating with the kids. I'm operating in frustration, and I'm operating out of anger. I'm snapping and I'm short-tempered because the pressure is mounting, and the pressure of the failing of a marriage, and the pressure of moving out, and the pressure of now doing this again all on my own, and the pressure of me trying to discipline them, but yet, have that relationship with them, and the pressure of it all. It's crushing. You know what I'm saying? It's crushing. I cry a lot. Because there is nothing that I would want more than to curl up in the arms of my husband. There is nothing that I would want more than for all of us to be under one roof. But I am no longer willing to accept a toxic relationship. I'm no longer willing to accept mediocre in a relationship and or marriage. Like, I can't do it. I've done it for so long. And I feel like on his end, there is no trust. He doesn't trust me. I've been accused of cheating many times. And like I've said before, I've never stepped outside of my marriage. We've been together 11 years, and I've never stepped outside of this marriage. I've never been with another man. I have no problem with admitting my faults. Yes, I've had an emotional affair years ago, but I've never physically stepped outside, of the marriage ever. I've never done that. But he doesn't believe it. He believes otherwise, and that's okay. And I just believe a lot of times I was walking on eggshells, and I couldn't really be who I wanted to be because I didn't want him to say nothing, or I didn't want him to think that I was trying to talk to another guy, or I didn't want him to think that I'm trying to be sneaky. So I was, just trying to, just always trying to prove myself. Like, that's just how I felt, and it was always some type of tension. Yes, there were good times or whatever, but for the most part, it's, we came together broken individuals. I had a lot going on, in my youth. I've gotten into some videos. He had a lot going on in his youth, abandoned and all that. So he's a broken man. And until he does the work outside of me with the Lord, there can never be a reconciliation. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm listening to like all man bashing music, Gene Aiko, Trigger, Tony Braxton, Just Be a Man About It. And I'm just like, I was drinking. And so it's like, the pressure of it all. I went into default. And some people, default for them can be to pray. Some people, default for them can be, to start back smoking cigarettes. A default can be to start drinking. A default can be to start having sex. A default can be anything. It could be negative or positive that you resort to in order to cope with trauma, or in order to cope with devastation. You know what I'm saying? Some people get angry. Some people's default is anger, rage, it just all depends. And I think my default is bitterness, anger, I cry a lot. I was drinking a lot. I haven't drunk in like a week because it got old quick. Because at the end of the day, every time I woke up, I was still in my situation. So I'm like, what the heck? Like, all this drinking ain't doing nothing. Like, I'm still going through it. I'm still living over here. I done moved out. It's all bad. Oh my goodness. My baby eating his boo-boo. He trashing the house because I'm not on top of him like I normally would be because my mind is so cloudy. You know what I'm saying? And I got a lot going on in my head, so I'm not on top of him like I normally am. So he's taking advantage of it. He's ripping and running, tearing up the house, and you eating the crap out your pamper. She pissing on herself, and it's just like, whoa. You know what I mean? You ain't calling and checking on the kids. You ain't even picking up the kids. Like, it's like that. We ain't talking. Half the time I'll text you, you don't respond back. You know, and I received a text a few weeks ago that said, you know, I love you, but you're not going to change me. And I'm just thinking, wow, if these are the things that I'm asking you that you believe that is changing you, then I know for a fact, you know, it can never be, because I know I'm not asking for a lot. I know that I'm not asking for a lot. I've changed a lot, you guys. I've changed a lot in this marriage. I've changed a lot, you know, just with growth. And as far as us in our marriage, you know, we have been stagnant for a very long time, and I believe the brunt of it is you know, not miscommunication and just kind of speaking two different languages. You know what I mean? Like, he's speaking one way, I'm speaking another. He don't understand me, and I'm just like, I don't get it. So that's just where I am, and I think that I am doing the best that I can each and every single day. You know, we moved here to Reno, Nevada from Bakersfield, California for a job, and I hate it here. Like, I really, really hate it here, you guys. I've talked about the racism here. It's just overwhelming, and I'm just so sick of Reno. Like, I am so sick of Reno, Nevada. Like, sick. So I'm looking to move back to Houston, Texas with my sister, but I just really have to make sure that that move is the best move. And, you know, because I have moved the kids twice within the times that we've been married, and I just want to make sure that I'm not, you know, just bouncing all around based off of, you know, whatever emotions and all that. Like, it's really the next move. But as far as Reno, Nevada being my home, that is an absolute no. I cannot stand it here, and I will be glad to get up out of here. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I hate it, really, and I'm just really sick of it. Anyways, I digress. What else is going on? What else is going on, y'all? So I'm really paying attention to the way I'm operating with the kids. You know what I'm saying? And making sure that even though I am frustrated, I am going through depression, I am overeating, I am going through all of these things, but this is part of my process. Like, this is what it is. And I know for a fact, I'm going to come out on the other end. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come out on the other side. This I know. So with that being said, my channel is going to shift a little bit just because of life and life situations and circumstances. They change you. Life changes you, you know, and life changes you. And I just want to be completely authentic. I want to be 100% who God has called me to be. And it's not going to be what everybody think that it should be. You know what I'm saying? And I really want to be myself. I really am, you know, want to be transparent. And sometimes being transparent, people don't agree. And sometimes being transparent, people feel like you shouldn't be telling that. And sometimes being transparent, people feel like, oh my goodness, look at you. I can't believe you did that. But at the end of the day, this is me. This is the process, and everything you've done in life and everything you've been through in life is always going to benefit somebody else. So I have no problem with letting people know, you know, my truth and where I stand. And you guys already know there's always two sides to a story. You know, I'm pretty sure he probably feels a certain way or whatever, but this is just my perspective and what I'm dealing with and what I'm going through, I really wanted to talk to you guys. I miss you so much. Like, I want to record, but I've been so consumed with the pressure and so consumed with the hurt and so consumed with the bitterness and so consumed with the anger that I cannot, you know, respond to you guys right now. And I can't, you know, just say thank you. And I want to say thank you guys to all the new subscribers. But, you know, I appreciate you guys. I never thought that it would be over 500 and something of you guys who wanted to hear what I had to say or who can relate to me or, you know, who I inspire. And I'm just so thankful, you know. And when I come out on the other side, you know, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. I don't know what's in store for me, but I know that I am doing the best that I can. So I'm working on it with these kids, dealing with these issues. And look, I never thought that this is where my life would be. Like, never. He's looking to go to Florida. I'm looking to move to Houston, Texas. And I'm just like, you know, like, is this real? You know what I mean? Like, this is what it is. Like, we can't, you know, and sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's to the point to where two people just can't get it together. You know what I mean? And I'd rather part ways now than wait 20, 15, you know, more years in the same place and we looking at each other like we can't stand each other, or we can't have a conversation, or we completely quiet passing each other through the hallway. Like, what? We're not talking for months on end. Like, what? You don't have nothing to say to me and I don't have nothing to say to you, because every time I say something to you, you feel irritable, and every time that you say something to me, I'm just like, what? You know what I mean? And so, you know, at the end of the day, I'm just like, wow. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I don't know what's going on. I'm just kind of in it, going through the motions and making adjustments here and there and doing the best that I can. I'm going through a separation, the death of a marriage, and it is so effing painful. I wanted to say the cuss word. My nieces and stuff watch, so I'm trying to keep a nice balance. It's so effing painful. It hurts bad. I cry a lot. I'm angry. I'm mad. I'm just, ugh. You know, like, come on, grow up. Swallow your freaking pride. Swallow your pride. Go get help. Go get help. What is the problem? Don't come into people's life broken. Don't come into people's life playing around. That's how I can see how people are getting killed, stabbed, and all that. No, it's not the right thing to do, but I can see how, because y'all out here playing. Marriage is not a game. It's not a joke. It's not any of that. And if you're not willing to be in, and if you're not willing to give 100%, there's no need for you to even get into anything remotely close to a marriage. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. And that's just how I feel. Leave it alone. If you know you immature, you know you immature. You know better than anybody else do. Yes, there is some immaturity still in me. Yes. But I'm willing to do the work. More than willing. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing. I'm willing. Come on now. My kids deserve the best version of me. My kids deserve the best version of a marriage. Not a perfect marriage, but God's vision of a marriage. They deserve that. They deserve that. And I'm going to fight until my last breath to give it to them. And if two people, we can't, you know, get it together, then this is where it's come to. You know, this is where it comes to, and this is what it is. So that's where we are right now. It's stressful, it's pressure, but you know, like the Bible tells us, you know, there is a crushing. There's a crushing. It has to, in order for that oil to flow. You know, you have to accept the good with the bad. To reign with me is to suffer with me. We know the word. We know the word. But yet the process is still hard. I'm carrying my cross. This is what it is. Yeah, it hurts like hell. Hurts like a mother freaker. But, you know, I'm getting through it. I'm getting through it. And it ain't nobody but the grace of God. It ain't nobody but the grace of God. So I'm thankful, you guys. This is Candid Corners. I hope that you appreciate the transparency. You know, if there is any differences of opinion, I just pray that you guys are respectful. We can all learn and grow from each other. And I just want to thank you all. So until the next time, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys. Inspire, be inspired. I love you guys. God bless you. Good day.